Hello guys, welcome to tutorial where we will learn how to work with forms, and code here will be so simple because I need you to understand everything. So yeah, there will be additional options, but right now for simplicity reasons I'm gonna use absolute minimum of HTML tags, but still the thing will completely work. So we must open our form and down there we must close it, okay, /form. So that's the new tag we are learning. After that, we must have a name for form. So name equals, let's say, my form. Why is that so? Well, because on the same page you can have multiple forms, okay? So after that, on the same line, we must type what is a file that will grab stuff from form, and it will grab those things, that data, and put it into database, let's say. So we're gonna do that with programming languages like PHP. So how to state that? Well, action equals, and you will just you will just call that file that will be in the background, that will grab these things and put it in the database, let's say. So PHP processing file, let's say, .php. Don't forget extension. So this is just some imaginary name, and in reality you of course need to create a real file with a real PHP code. But don't worry about that, because you have those examples in two of my playlists right now, I think, on my channel. Yeah, two of them, three, I don't know, but you have it. So yep. Another thing is how we are going to pass stuff from HTML to PHP. Well, we are talking about methods here. So method will be post, and actually we have also get method, but for simplicity reasons let's just roll with the post, okay? So post and get, that's not something I'm inventing here, it's just a part of standards, okay guys? So let me resize this a bit. Okay, so no results on the screen yet because we are just starting. Alright, so here we're gonna have just information about what needs to be typed into field that we are going to create. So let's just say name here with one very simple break after that. So this is just let's say label what needs to be typed in a field down there. So question is, well, how to create that input field? Well, we are using input, okay, so see, blue color, part of HTML standard, and after that we need to specify what kind of type will be entered into that field. So type of things will be text that we are grabbing in that field, and now we need a name for that input, because you can have multiple of them, and some of them or all of them can be grabbed by that PHP form, and then that thing will do something with it. But still you must have individual names for every of those input fields, okay? So data, let's say, for name, and yep guys, after that we're gonna say BR to have a little bit of vertical space, and there you go. So these things are one after another because of this BR here, and if you remove it, yeah, that will be it. But I'm gonna stick with the BR because it's nice to represent things one after another. Well, at least that's how I think about forms. Right, so next thing will be last name. And as I said, there are also some other things you can use here, but for simplicity reasons let's just have it like I have it here. Okay, so don't worry about it. Okay, last name, and let's follow same practice. Okay, input field, what we are grabbing, text, so type must be text, and of course we must have a specific name for that field, because we wanna maybe pass that thing to database. So data for last name, okay, and after that we're gonna have break, and there you go. Okay, so let's have a little bit of space between these things with a couple of BRs more. Let's say here and here and here and here. Let me see. what I got. Okay, something like that, who cares? And let's have HRs here. HR to have some kind of differentiation, let's say. And also here, let me see. Right, something like that. And something is missing, and that's a submit button. Of course, we must use that. How else you gonna submit stuff to PHP? Well, submit button. So let's do that, like here. So again, we have input button, but now we are not talking about text. So we are not grabbing stuff from here. We need actually button. So how to do that? Well, type will be submit on button, and you must type submit exactly like it's here. Okay, exactly like it's here. And now there you go. By default, name will be submit. Okay, but if you want to change it to something like custom you like, then use value and say, let's say, submit stuff here. So that is the case if you want to have your own like information for submit button. And there you go, guys. That's very it that you need to know. This is very simple example, but yeah, it will get the job done pretty much. So let's one more time go through this. When you're creating form, you need to open it and close it, and in the first line have a generic name for that form, because you can have multiple of them. So let's say my form 1, 2 or 3 or something like that. So don't forget action, because here you're gonna target that PHP, let's say, file that will grab stuff from here, and with the help of post method it will push it to some other operations that will hang in a background in a PHP script. After that, have a little bit information to user, what needs to be typed here. And yeah, after that you need to have input button, because that's how you will push stuff actually to here. That's how you will actually activate this file to go into form, this one, and grab everything that needs to be grabbed. Couple of fields or all of it. Okay, so because with programming languages you have those options to grab everything or specific things that you need, because forms can be bigger, right? So this post stuff, so see what's gonna happen if I press submit stuff here. So here you have just the name of a file. Okay, so that's good for security reasons. Let me actually type something here. And those things, you will not see it right now, like here in a URL. But if you change this to get, and when you save that stuff, and when you go to your form and press submit, then see in a file you will have data for name, which is actually name of input, which is actually, yeah, name of input field. So that's kind of unsecure. And not just that, you also have actually value. So if here, so if someone is intercepting your conversation with the website, they can see everything. They can see passwords and fields and credit card numbers and stuff like that. But if you're saying post, then there you go. Just a second, we must go one level back and submit again. Then they will just see that file. But it depends what you do. Sometimes you will use one option, sometimes another. It's just important that you know that you can use both of these, and over time you will learn practical differences. So what I typed here, ghost, sorry. Okay guys, that's pretty much it. Hopefully now you know how to work with forms. Don't worry if you don't understand it, like give yourself a little bit of break, then return to tutorial, and please do stuff manually here, like type everything. There is no purpose in watching complicated tutorials if you're just staring on a screen. Don't do that. Don't do that. Use your fingers, because that's how you will understand stuff and you will develop those motorical skills. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Thank you for watching pretty much, and see you in next tutorial. Right, see you there.